Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
What's up, Fitz?
Hey, what up?
I'm chilling, man. What's been going on?
Oh, man, late game winners. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Man.
You know, on a personal note, I mean, hey, things, always evolving, changing, things moving along. After 6 months laid off, kicking my feet up, just acting like a fool. It's time to go back to work.
Oh, wow. Okay. No more just chilling, golf, gambling, whiskey. None of that, huh? You're back to it.
Got a lot of all of that in for 6 months. I would suggest anybody, if you can make your life fit it in, do it. Do it.
Good stuff. Well, that's good, man. Congratulations. Welcome back to the workforce. It's good times. It's whatever. Oh, gosh. Oh. Hell of a game today. Hell of a game.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
2-1. Arsenal win with a late time penalty by Alexis. Chip the keeper, real sick, like a doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do they call that? A podesta or something? What is that called?
Ooh.
A polenta. It's a polenta. I like polenta. That's delicious.
What's it called? A paneka? Come on.
Yeah, man. There we go.
What's with all the damn questions? I mean, come on. He chipped it.
Hey, the people be cracking me up though. They love to call it out exactly and shit. Everybody freaked out with the Ramsey cross to Giroud, whatever they call that. They call it something, and I feel like an idiot because I don't know what the hell that everybody's talking about.
What, when he tried to score a goal like Giroud's goal?
No, when he crossed it to Giroud.
Oh, a Rabona.
Yeah, Rambone. Yeah. Rambone, have you heard?
Hey, come on, dude. We just keep going. Nah, that's a Rabona, and that was basically done back in, you know what I mean? You got those fools. They know the whole history and shit, Yeah.
On March 13th of 1947, some guy named Rambona and stuff.
We're already gonna get hate emails about the not knowing what the panuche was or whatever the chip penalty.
Polenta.
I like polenta. You know what I mean? Let's just go with that. You're right. Just to really piss people off, you know what I mean? It's not polenta, dude.
It was so creamy and smooth. It was smooth like polenta. Ugh.
Just the audacity to do that at that moment. I was nervous. I was like, he's probably gonna miss it. You know me, couldn't watch. But, I peeked a little bit and I saw it go in and I was like, that motherfucker. Woo!
I was
cold as ice.
I was right in the middle of figuring out how I was going to describe that Alexis has big, huge huevos, and your tweet came up right as I was typing it.
Tremendous balls.
Yeah.
Tremendous balls on this guy. But that was the wonderful part of the game. That was the climax, the exhilaration. But what were some of your thoughts at the beginning of the game? And I will give you some of mine. And mine don't really start with the game itself. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll start with the game and just say, like, it's a trip that that I don't know. I mean, I didn't view the first half like as awful as people seem to be writing. No, we didn't score, and no, it's Burnley, and of course we should be scoring against. I get it, but like they had corners, they took their chances. Like we didn't put it in the back of the net, but I wouldn't. In general, I called it positive football.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. There was just no real cutting edge to it, but we had a lot of the ball. We controlled the game, and we weren't really under too much threat. Periodically, they would maybe have a half chance here or there, but yeah, I wouldn't. Okay, let me go ahead and get this off my chest.
I mean, I could tell you got something to say now. I'd like to hear it.
Oh, nah, just the atmosphere at the Emirates is it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Mm-hmm. It was, it seemed like one of those games where the team is the fans are banned because those European matches where they'll have whole countries, they'll have their whole stadium empty and it's just the two teams playing. It was just so dead. And the atmosphere, everybody was nervous. You could tell people were high strung. Nobody was saying anything, no chants, no singing. And, I'm not saying the players, you do respond when the crowd's hype and up for the match. You, as a player, as a competitor, you get up for that. Those are the moments you live for, basically, as a player. And if you're an Arsenal player in that situation, in that atmosphere in the first half, it was just dead. Everybody was nervous and anxious. You could feel it.
I totally agree, and I gotta admit, it's one of those things. Like when somebody else points it out is when you notice it. So you pointed it out, and then I was like listening. I'm like, it is kind of like lackluster in there. Like I'm not hearing a whole lot of anything. Like, which is uniquely European football. Like you said, the players feed off of that because I mean, what could be better than 65,000 fucking people chanting in unison?
Are just hyped, excited about the game. You think back to when we lost to Everton in that second half. I mean, Goodison Park was on fire. Oh, those fools were loud. It was crazy, and to me, that helped get their team going and get in the game and eventually win. So I mean,
you talking about Merseyside Blue? Huh? Merseyside Blue? Of course we were fired up, my friend.
But check it out. Now, this is the thing. This is what's so weird. When I'm watching a game on TV and we're on the road, our away fans are tremendous. They represent they represent so well. It's like, man, now that's, you know what I mean? They represent for the club so well. They're tremendous. But at home, it's, it's squeaky bum time. Everybody is scared and nervous and not really saying anything until once we scored the goal, I kind of started hearing stuff and I was like, okay, they're coming around. But I mean, I'm trying to correlate that to the slow start, we've been having lately. It just seems like it takes a while for this team to really get going. I'm not going to blame it on the fans. I think I'm going to blame it more on when we play Giroud. Everything seems, I'm not complaining about Giroud. He's done a hell of a job. But when he wasn't starting and it was Alexis up top, the energy and the pace of the game was faster. It seemed like we got going faster. We were pressing more and there was more energy to the side. And, now that Giroud's been playing lately, I don't think that energy's there. Is that something you noticed? Is that something you noticed or what? Oh,
don't nobody better be talking bad about Mr. Giroud. Come on now. Nah, I'm just playing. No, I mean, they're it's definitely a different personality of a team when Giroud is the one leading our front line. Hey, you know what? I mean, it was kind of funny. Like at one point, I kind of like noted to myself, like, Alexis was. It's like he dialed it down, like he dialed it down a little bit, and Ozil he kind of picked it up just a little bit. Like they both kind of like they were heading towards each other with their attitude. But Alexis was in a real like pimpy swag kind of mood, you know. He was kind of cruising, and he just kind of, he was still doing his little, like, tip it around the defender, cut in on him kind of thing, but he was real smooth about everything. He wasn't really, like so frantic, like a lot of times you see how he can be sometimes,
Yeah, he played with a little more moxie today, culminated by that polenta.
Yeah, the beautiful polenta at the end was like the icing on the cake. And then on the Ozil side, the only thing I would say, like the way he just kind of picked it up a little bit was that I saw him kind of pushing for a few more runs.
Yeah. He seemed to have a little more energy.
Trying to find a little space between the defenders and like kind of, he wanted to get up there and see, once again, I don't know. It is a mystery that like a guy that could do so much with the ball, like, I don't know, like sometimes he just completely whiffs on those volleys and stuff like that, where you're just like, man, like if you just hit that solid, man, that'd be a goal probably. Like,
yeah, he's a little inconsistent with his around the box shots, but when he makes them, they're always fantastic. But when he misses, you're kind of like, man, I expect a little more from you, Mr. Ozil. But I thought he played a great game, and like you said, I did notice a lot more energy from him. Alexis is always great. Giroud, he really didn't do too much today, but he didn't hurt the team at all. He always gives it 100%. Those would be two of my standout performers. You know how, you kind of the same way, but I like Gabriel at right back, and I kind of felt sorry for him in the first half because he was trying to make that run, but nobody was passing him the ball, dude.
You noticed that, huh?
He kept getting pissed and kind of have his hands like, man, what's up? But nobody.
Yeah.
He'd make that run, and somebody would switch the play all the way to the left side of the field. You know what I mean? For Mario and Alexis to do their thing. But
Ramsey. Yes. Switching the ball. Yes.
Yeah, Gabriel. Yeah, I thought another solid performance. He's not hurting the team. I'm not saying nothing about Bellerin. He's good. Okay, lay off me, man.
I just don't understand why you ride Bellerin so hard, man. What's up with that?
He's so cute and cool, man. Look at him.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing though. As he's growing up, he's becoming a man right now. That head is getting bigger and bigger. I don't mean like what do they call it? Like I mean literally. The head is getting huge. That fool's got a noggin on his damn shoulders.
Are you insinuating he's on some Mexican supplements like Barry Bonds? Is that what you're trying to say?
Why are you calling Bellerin a Mexican?
Dude, you're racist. No, I said supplements. But no, check it out, man. Bellerin, I've never seen a Spaniard be so pasty white as I saw him today. He might be a vampire. He might be. I don't know. I'm checking him out. You know what I mean? It's still up for review. But that fool was looking real pasty. But yeah, great. Hey, great player. Could be world class. Could be the best right back on the planet. But he's timid. He's timid, and he doesn't really believe in he doesn't believe in himself the way I do. And, it shows sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Great player.
Hey,
Glad he's on the team.
Hey, I'm just gonna ask you. He hasn't played in a couple weeks. So
I'm gonna have to say that every week.
Let's cut him a little slack for now. Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Going around the pitch though, I didn't think I didn't think this was Iwobi's best game necessarily.
No.
He just didn't I don't know. He didn't really make things happen like he kind of had been doing in the last few weeks.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. When Ozil doesn't play and he's out there by himself, you can kind of see him want to shine a little more. And today, I know Ozil played last week too, but I'm saying today you can kind of see him take a back seat as far as his aggressiveness with Ozil and Sanchez doing their thing. I kind of saw that too. He wasn't as aggressive as he usually is with the ball at his feet. And I mean, at one point I was thinking, damn, I know Lucas Perez has, his haircut ain't quite right. He looks kind of funny, but I mean, he could play, man. He could play, and I think he's in a groove now where he could really help the team. And I was thinking he should be out there at one point when I was thinking, who should we put in instead of we should take off Iwobi, but who we gonna put in? I was thinking, let's put in Perez, and then boom, Xhaka, boom. With the red card.
I'm like up to here seriously with the fans, dude. The fans and their love of Xhaka. Like, I'm not gonna act like he's been doing fine. Like you know what I mean? He's been acceptable. He's basically been doing the job that we need. But the praise, what a wonderful game. I haven't seen a wonderful game from him.
Right.
Yet. Not yet. Like, not even when he took his long-range shots that he scored on. Those were at the end of games that, it was great to see it happen. But, if you take his performance as a whole, he's just doing enough to get by. For me,
Average.
Yeah, just average at best.
Every now and then he will make a pass and you'll just be like, wow, that was a great pass. But to me, it doesn't happen enough throughout the course of the game to be swinging on this guy's nuts the way some fans are. And, the one of his best attributes is the long range shots. And now he's at a point now where he just flat out refuses to even shoot. So it's like, damn, he had a few open shots that were right in his range to take a crack on goal, and he just passed it off to the side. He doesn't even look to do it. And I know that's one of Wenger's things where he thinks it's a waste and all that, but it's like, man, that's what you were doing good, take a few shots at it. But as far as his tackling and his lack of speed, you know what I mean? He's slow.
Oh.
He really is slow. And it's I'm not giving up on Xhaka. He's got class. He's a good player, but it just seems like with the different types of players we have and the way we play, he's not really a good fit. You know what I mean? And he can come into that, you know what I mean? But right now it's looking like it's taking a little time. Solid, but is, great and deserving all the praise? No. Wonderful haircut, wonderful jaw structure, but as far as, his game, it's not really there yet,
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm more patient than others. So, my bottom line on him is that, we're a half a season in since he joined the squad. So his progression to me is fine. Like it's cool where it's at. Like I see a little bit better play out of him now than I did in the beginning of the year.
Exactly.
You know, please, people, he's a defensive midfielder. Get over the fact he scored a couple long range goals. Okay, he's not going to be taking those that much, especially when you play in a Winger offense.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But
let me ask you this.
Like, let me just say, like, he's just, you know, he's progressing fine. But the people that want to crown him, like, oh my God, I see one of the greatest defensive mids that the Arsenal's ever had.
Exactly.
Get over it, dude. Get over it. It's not there yet.
He's no Patrick Vieira. He's a long way from being there. Just as far as, you know, you barely see him make a tackle. You know what I mean? He's a defensive.
I mean, I'm going to say it now. He's no Alexander Song. He's no Alexander Song yet.
Oh, wow.
I'll just put it right there.
No, as far as tackling, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, when Coq did come in the game, he immediately made 2 tackels. And I was like, damn, you know, what's missing? You know, that's been missing all game. What the fuck? But you're absolutely right. Let's get to the actual red card itself. Do you believe that was a red card?
I'm going to say, like many times on red cards, I can easily see it not being a red card. But I also, you know, my biggest issue with the play was that the fact that, you know, he made a poor, lazy pass that got intercepted. And then, like a rash person would do, he got his ire up and decided, like, I'm pissed I made that stupid pass, so now I'm gonna go for a 2-footed challenge.
Right. That's exactly what I think the ref based his decision on. You know, he makes a mistake and you can see, but you know, here's the thing, Rooney does that shit all the time. You know, he gets away with it. Rojo got away with it. All worse challenges than that. The challenge wasn't that bad. Why do players dive and roll around and act a fool? For that reason right there, to gain an advantage. Yep. You know, and you think about the Liverpool game of Raheem Sterling when he's pushed by the fucking jerk off right back for Tottenham. If he falls down and does a flip and rolls around, he gets a penalty. He didn't, they didn't, and you know, there you go. Yeah. But as far as the actual yellow card, when I first saw it, I didn't think it was a yellow. I mean, I didn't think it was a red. I thought, okay, well, you know, he made a mistake. And then I started getting nervous because this you know, that ref's a bum. And then when he went over there to talk to the side judge was like, you know, yeah, give it to him. Fuck it. You know, let's make this. But that ref, he completely, I forget his name, but he completely lost control of the game. He was making bad decisions. They sent Wenger off. You know, it was just a mess towards the end.
I'm going to say, like, I'm actually the opposite side of it. So when I first saw the play happen, and it looked like he was you know, I was like, oh, and he went and checked with the sideline judge, and I was like, it's a red. Like, my first reaction was red. It was a red.
When you first saw the tackle, you were like, "That's a red card."
Yes.
See, I didn't think that, and even after the
when he went to go talk to the side judge, that kind of reassured me that okay, it must have been a red. Now, after I saw the replay, I went, he didn't really catch the guy. Like, he didn't.
It wasn't.
But you know, I think what he went to ask the side judge was, did he go in with 2 feet?
Was he off the ground? Right.
Did he go in with 2 feet aggressively? And the side judge said, yes, he went in with 2 feet. And he said, red card, you know? Yeah.
I mean, you know, a yellow card and a firm talking to, and we move on. But I mean, that was just like the worst time to get a red card. It was the worst situation and the worst time. And just, you know, to further go along with what you just said about Xhaka, you know, those are, I mean, just imagine the venom and vitriol Coquelin would have got if he made that tackle and got sent off in that situation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, fools are quick. You know, Coquelin gets a yellow card in the first half, and fools are like, dude, you got to take him off. It's like, right. You know what I mean? But, you know, meanwhile, Xhaka is continuously getting straight Let me say that again. Straight reds, not even yellows.
Right.
And, that's irresponsible to position he plays, defensive, you can't be doing that. But once that happened, I was thinking, okay, well, here we go. Here we go.
Yep.
And
and I mean, for a while after that happened, they still really never put a good threat on it, but then, they did. At one point, they did kind of turn it on a little bit on us, and I started getting a little worried. It was like, I don't know if we're gonna hold up in this thing.
Exactly. And then here's the thing, like, it just seemed like we never got in the mindset of just completely shutting down and protecting the 1-0 lead. It just seemed like we kept just trying to score a goal and be aggressive, and instead of just keeping the ball and, just really trying to shut down shop. It just seemed like we were kind of giving them little windows to maybe get something going because we kept trying to get that second goal. And, they scored from a penalty. and man, Peter Cech, you remember I always say, just, stand down the middle and catch the ball, just like the video game. You know what I mean? He never does that. He got a hand. I mean, he's awful for the penalty spot. He's awful.
Yeah.
Today he came close to saving it, but he didn't have he had that Almunia paw. He had that weak Almunia paw and he couldn't keep it out. But yeah.
Which amazingly how bad Almunia was. He was actually good on penalties, but
well, yeah. that is true. That is true. But yeah. So was there as a penalty?
I don't. What again? When he kicked Koss in the head. I mean, Coquelin in the head.
No. When Coquelin didn't see that guy coming up from behind him, and he clipped him. It was a penalty. He got him. He just didn't see him coming, and he snatched at the ball.
He definitely got him. I mean, there's some simulation there. Like,
there's some simulation, and the fact that he didn't control that. He lost that ball before Cock got him. Like, yeah. So that was what the players were saying. Like, he wasn't going to get to the ball. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
So that was another decision. And last but not least, Mr. Coquelin. First of all, he was offsides. So. We're extremely lucky. The refs shit the bed again. Just an awful referee.
I mean, it's just one of the worst reffing days that a ref can have.
What killed me is he wasn't even
like, you were basically involved in everything. Everything today.
He mistimed his jump to even head that, and then he acted like he got kicked in the face. So just beautiful by the captain. Coquelin. He's offside.
He did get kicked, though. You did see that. He did get kicked.
He got okay. All right. He did kind of get kicked.
Hey, he didn't get kicked on the upswing, but the spikes hit his head. Like, he got him. He did get him.
I do believe that you sound like Vinger. Right? You sound like Vinger right now. No, he got him on the downswing. Everybody knows this. Anyway, beautiful. He was in the right place at the right time. He won the penalty. I love this never say die attitude in these little weak bullshit games that we know we should win. Right. You know what I mean? I love it. It's great. But I want to see this when we play Chelsea, when we play Bayern. I want to see this fight in those games. But just another great win, an exhilarating match to watch. If you don't like soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, you're just missing out. I just got through watching these NFL playoff games, and not the same excitement. Not the same excitement.
Not at all. Especially not with all the damn stops in play and commercials and God, and geez, what's going on now? And
every time I watch football and I watch those commercials, I always think, man, is there anything wrong with my penis? Is there? You know what I mean? I can get a hard on. I really can. I can get a hard on. Why do they keep showing these commercials? I can get a hard on. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's a whole nother story. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
So what do we got? Okay, that's it with that. I'm not talking about that anymore. I mean, we played Burnley and we beat them 2-1. It was exhilarating. Alexis with the polenta to seal it in the 96th minute. Great job. Who we got next coming up?
So coming up Saturday, FA Cup, Southampton.
Ooh, Southampton. That's kind of like a little bogey team. They beat us this year, I think.
Yeah.
I think they knocked us out of the whatchamacallit Cup.
There you go. That's what, yep.
The Capital One. We still call it that.
Hey, the EFL CITPT Cup, whatever it is. Yeah.
Right. That one. So, it's the FA Cup. I want to make a good cup run. It's always fun when we're, those finals, you know what I mean? Being in those finals, it's the last game of the season. Everybody's happy. It's good. And it's the FA Cup, the oldest cup competition in the world.
Ah, yes.
Bloody hell. But, another big game for us.
So this is the little pile up. So this is like a little stretch run here again. We got Southampton Saturday. 3 days later, we're home against Watford.
Okay, big face.
And 4 days after that, we're at Chelsea.
Is that a Saturday game?
That's a Saturday game. So in basically 1 week, we got 3 games, and our last of the 3 is against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
And this is the 4th round of the FA Cup, so we might have to play, starters in all those games because we want to win the FA Cup. So we got to beat Southampton. We got to beat Watford. If 3 points against Watford or the Chelsea game is, a must win. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's, going to the bridge is going to be tough. So, if we can get out of there with a point, fuck that. We got to win. We got to beat Chelsea. That's our only hope is to beat Chelsea. Like Wenger said, go ahead.
Well, like we've been saying for a while, if anything, if there's any one thing that I would want, it would be to put a good run on for the league.
Exactly.
Fuck the Bayern Munich game, and if the FA Cup ends up not happening, then it just doesn't happen. I don't care, man. But we got to beat Chelsea on February 4th.
Exactly. And and I'm sure you're like me. You don't mean, fuck the Bayern Munich games, like go out there and play the kids or anything like that.
Right. No.
You just mean that, chances are we're not going to win.
Right.
They're a better team than we are. And that's okay to say that still means you support the team.
Yeah.
So everybody relax. Well, that's good stuff, man. I don't really have any inspiration. You know what I mean? Shoot for the moon. What is it? Reach for the stars and you don't hit a piece of dog shit on the way. I don't know. It's one of them.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars and stuff.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man. So what else? What else? I don't know. Shit.
It's been the American football playoffs are almost over. I'm ready for it to be over. My only excitement now is Arsenal and the Warriors.
Yes, Warriors are looking pretty good. I still think we need a big man. We need a rebounder. You know what I mean? We need Tristan Thompson.
Hey, we don't have one of them. That's for sure.
Exactly. But I think, if the play, did you watch that ABC prime time, the basketball game, Spurs against the Cavs?
I watched some of it and I watched the very end of it.
Yeah, that's all you need. Last 2 minutes of a basketball game. That's all you need.
That's it.
But great game. Spurs won. They don't really have anybody, from the historical Spurs, But
no.
Ginobili was out there. Ginobili, man, he looks like he's 55 years old.
Yeah.
He got hit in his back, and he was like, I'm done, man. Get me out of here.
I tell you what, my takeaway when I saw the end of that game was, that game, it was tight. It was close and went to OT and Spurs pulled it out and nothing but smiles and friendships abound on the Cleveland Cavaliers with the Spurs team. Shaking hands and having good converse. Like, it's kind of weird because the Warriors are there's a lot of young fans that the Warriors are beloved by.
Yeah.
But like all the traditionalists and the old time fans can't stand the Warriors. They hate them. And it's because we're revolutionizing basketball. We're putting a whole new spin on how this game is played. And,
that's one reason, but a lot of the dark African Americans can't stand the fact that there's too many light-skinned people on the Warriors. Look, you know what I mean? You laugh, but that's what it is. These rich suburban kids. Clay grew up in suburbia. Steph, dad played in the NBA. You got all these happy-go-lucky, light-skinned black kids, and dark brothers don't like that. That's why they wanted LeBron to win, because he's all black and greasy and you know what I mean? Like nobody will say it, but you heard it here first on CIT.
Hey man, what do you say? You want to play a pickup game? Come on, man. Let's play a pickup game, man.
He's smiling, and laughing. You know what I mean? Clay looks like, you don't really know what nationality
powder.
He is.
He looks like powder. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm dark. I'm dark. That's what it is. I'm dark skinned. You know what I mean? And I hang out with other black dudes, and that's what they don't really like the Warriors. They won't come out and say why, but that's the exact. How could you not like the Warriors?
That's a good take. That's a good take.
It's whatever, dude. You know what I mean? I'm a jerk. I said it. The only thing now.
And look at this high yellow motherfucker right here.
It's like when Nino Brown with G Money. No, it wasn't G Money. It was the singer dude. Who was the singer? I forget his name, but he was light-skinned and pretty. He had the little S curl, and he was like, "I never liked you, you pretty motherfucker."
I'm gonna stick you, and I'm definitely gonna stick your little janky ass. What's that from?
That's Harlem Nights.
Yeah, dog.
When they were playing pool. Anyway, dude, let's get out of here. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast, Caught in Two Minds. Like I said, God willing, every Monday in the morning, it'll be out ready for you. Thanks for all the support. If you want to interact with the show, go to our emails, citmpodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you want to follow us on Twitter, at CITM Podcast is the Twitter handle. Mine is at eMarsho, EMARSHO. And Fitty, go for it.
Yeah, you can find me at Gooner Rush, and go rate and review us over on iTunes. Drop us a line, say something, let your friends know, or don't. Whatever, motherfuckers.
Already.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Caught in Two.
Peace.
Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcast, at Gooner Rush, and at eMarshall. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statx. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at statxentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statx Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.
You dirty motherfucker.
Hey.
Look at it.
Hey. Hey.
You know what I'm saying? When that piano, woo.
So smooth.